Crazy photos you won't see anywhere else. On the 29th of October, 1969, a student programmer named Charlie Klein tried to transmit the very first electronic message from the University of California, Los Angeles to Stanford. He intended to send the word ligin, but the system failed after just the first two letters went through, meaning the first message ever delivered over what would become the internet was simply LO. Actress Anita Ekberg, before being famous while still working as an airline hostess, 1951, photo for a Life article. The Craft, 1996, Robin Tunney. 30 years later, the original Turbo football totally changed the game back in the day. A secretly captured photograph from inside the United States Supreme Court taken in 1932, Dr. Eric Salomon managed to smuggle a hidden camera into the courtroom to snap the picture. It remains one of only two unauthorized photos ever taken inside the Supreme Court while it was actively in session. Marion Stokes was convinced that television news would eventually be altered, deleted, or rewritten, so starting in 1999, she began taping TV broadcasts and continued doing so non-stop for 35 years. People at the beach in Miami, Florida, 1940. A massive limestone rye stone, once used as a form of currency on the island of Yap in Micronesia. Because of its enormous weight, the stone was never physically relocated. Instead, ownership was simply passed along through verbal agreement. Steve Irwin and his wife Terry on their wedding day in 1992. A man marks food with expiration dates. Mad TV reunion with Mo Collins, Alex Borstein, Deborah Wilson, and Will Sasso. Liz Hurst Golden Shifter, Linda Vaughn, pictured with her Hurstits in 1974. On April 15, 1977, the final episode of the public broadcasting service series The Electric Company aired. The show ran for 6 seasons with nearly 800 episodes. The wine cellars of Hurcik in Hungary, 18th-19th century CE. One of the longest freestanding escalators in North America. Toronto's Empress Walk shopping mall. Missy Pyle is Lalieri Galaxy Quest, 1999. The clearest image of Saturn ever taken. Angela Lansbury. The Harvey Girls, 1946. Catherine O'Hara, 1980s. Before she was Moira Rose, she was just incredibly cool. If you know who this is, you need more fiber in your diet. Lake beginning to freeze in Saskatchewan, Canada, mid-October. Dana Plato, 1980. These trees stop growing the second they get too close. Meg Ryan in 1989. Chicago 1930s versus Chicago today. Anna Nicole Smith marrying her 89-year-old husband in 1994. Back in 2018, Japan's cybersecurity minister Yoshitaka Sakurada caused quite a stir when he publicly confessed that he had never once used a computer, despite being the very person in charge of overseeing the nation's cybersecurity. Dolly Parton and Carl Dean, 1964. The dark forest theory is a possible reason why we might never find any aliens. The Y2000 aesthetics of the early 2000s were so dope. In 1964, Swedish journalist Åke Axelsson put the art world to the test by giving paints to a chimpanzee named Peter at a zoo. He submitted the chimp's 4 best canvases to a Gothenburg gallery under the fake name Pierre Brasseau. Critics praised the work, with one even comparing it to the gracefulness of a ballet dancer. Actress Fran Drescher as Fran Fine